Hello everybody, welcome to another Hammerstone. This is going to be a test. YouTube switched some things up as they usually do. We're going to see if I actually went live here. But just in case I did, I'm so happy that everybody's here. Tonight we're just going to be chatting. Hopefully Folk Ravenbear, my best digital buddy, will show up. Make sure you follow him over on his YouTube channel. Tonight we're just going to be talking about kind of my future on YouTube. YouTube in general. Kind of what people's overall feelings I'm kind of sensing about YouTube, and just life and just other oddities. So come along and let's join Bob Hammerstone for the ride. And if you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing. Consider it, and also make sure you give that thumbs up. It doesn't cost you a thing. Share this video if you care. Appreciate it. Now I'm gonna have to check out some stuff here. It looks like I am not live. Let's go back here. Let's see here. Live. We are live. Thank God. This YouTube thing, I swear, is messing me up. They forced me onto the YouTube beta creator studio, and it sucks, of course. Like most newer reiterations of programs usually do, and they just force it upon you. Oh, I got something I want to talk about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about self-service checkout lines, how they're being forced upon us. We're not thinking about it. There's no conversation about it. Home Depot, Walmart, McDonald's, most places I can think of are silently remodeling their stores, installing the majority self-checkout. They don't take any money off, no discounts. One cashier approached me just a few weeks ago and mentioned the word training. She said, "I'm here to train you." And actually I became offended about this because I didn't go to the grocery store to be trained. You train employees, you don't train customers. But that's the problem. See, the corporations, the businesses, they have figured out that they have a captive employee base, which is customers, the small folk, us, the normal folk. So how better to exploit them? Make them check out their own groceries. Sons of bitches. Hey, Folk Ravenbear, I hope you're there. Dude, yes. Hey, Folk Ravenbear, I gotta get everything set up, man. Like this YouTube beta, man. I was trying to use it there for a minute. It was screwing me up, man. Let's see the change thumbnail. I hope that's it. Oh, yeah. We're there, baby. Yeah, man. Have you talked about that with anybody, Folk Ravenbear? Have you heard anybody talk about that? Self-checkout lines? They're forcing us upon us, bro. You know what? I think it's symbolic of the time that we live in. The time that we live in is a self-checkout time. Business is just squeezing every last dollar they can out of us, and now we have to check out our own groceries. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But then I was thinking probably the younger generation appreciates not having to interact with a cashier. Yeah. That younger generation, awkward they are, walking around with cell phones always in hand. It's kind of reminds me of it's no different than a girl walking around twirling her hair, or even a man twirling her hair, or a dude constantly primping his mustache like a nervous tick. having a phone there, is this the same thing? It's this shows lack of mindfulness, and you're not there for sure, man. What's up, folk Raven Bear, man? I says, oh yeah, by the way, they screwed up my dang my chat. So the chat, YouTube, for some reason it wasn't working. Who knows, man. But anyway, so you can't read comments. It's probably just gonna be me and you chatting tonight anyway, so bro. So I'll be reading your comments. Don't worry. In fact, I'm gonna get it set up all right here, and if anybody else is gonna pop in the chat, you make sure to comment too. I'm gonna read yours. There we go. Pop out chat. Bang. Got it. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this YouTube beta. You know, I guess the deal is they're going to, within a couple months, I think everybody's going to be forced to use YouTube beta. Well, then it's just going to be YouTube the #1 out the alpha, man. Oh, it's going to be horrible. I can't do anything on that. I hate the beta, and I'll switch back to classic. Yeah. No, I guess I was watching Linus Tech Tips or whatever, and they were talking about how some users actually can't switch back. Yeah, because they're transitioning, folk Raven Bear, and within the next few months they're going to fully transition, and then you're not going to be able to switch back to classic no more. It's just going to be YouTube beta, bro. So get used to it, man. The Nazis made some of it. The Jews checked themselves out. Whoa. What are we talking about here? I can't mention this. Oh, yeah, the Gestapo, man. Yeah, I was in the grocery store. And, you know, I used to be a cashier once upon a time. And I remember one number, and it was bananas. 4011. So I'd check out these bananas, but they were organic bananas. But since I was checking them out myself, I'd type in 4011. And the cashier was watching me. I was like, and then I made sure to mention to her, hey, if you're just going to be watching me, why don't you just come over here and check out my groceries? Jesus. That's all I wanted anyways. And she said, sir, there's other lines over there with cashiers. And I'm like, where? You mean those with like 10 people in each line? You know what I mean? But even though, since that event, I will not go into a self-checkout if I have the choice. Oh, I despise them. So what's up? What's the word tonight, folk Raven Bear? Have you been thinking about I gotta see the chat here once again. Everything's messed up. Our exodus from YouTube, man. You know, we still got to, hey, Nightbot, you're there. Thanks. You have been programmed in the mating rituals of humans. Nice, Nightbot. That's good to hear. New single from the Backwood Boys. F the self-checkout. Yeah, dude. The self-checkout is no good for nobody except for the man. And those cashiers, man. I went to the grocery store last night. It was like 8 p.m. There was one cashier. And then most everybody else was forced to go to the self-checkout line because why? There's only one cashier and the line was long as hell. I barely had any groceries, but I still went to that one cashier. Oh, I hate it. Home Depot. Don't get me started. So what's up? Yeah, I'm probably gonna maybe upload some videos to that BitChute. I think I'm just gonna upload there. And then I might upload somewhere else too, you know what I mean? Because, you know, the thing, I was thinking about it, it's like if you upload your videos to YouTube, you know, you can download them too. And you might as well just upload them to a few different places, you know? So I think I might just start doing that. You know, if we learn one lesson from Pearl Harbor, folk Raven Bears, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because I know sooner than later, 6 months from now, YouTube is just going to delete my channel, man. I am not commercially viable. However, I could be. I think anybody could be. You just have to do topical bullshit. You gotta like sell yourself out, do stuff that you probably hate doing, and just do topical bullshit or like reaction. I don't know, man. It's just You can definitely do it. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Because you know what, Folk Raven Bear? I did that one R. Kelly video when that was like breaking news 8 or 9 months ago, and I swear, man, I'm getting like 10, 12 views a day off that thing, man. That's the only one of my videos that I consistently get views. All the other views I just get 0, and then more zeros, man. But I've been doing pretty good. Thanks for asking, Folk Raven Bear. Since the last Hammerstream, #Hammerstream. Oh, yeah, the damn algorithm. Oh, you know what? Thanks, man. You know, but you're just my buddy, and buddies always just blow smoke up buddies' butts, and I appreciate it, bro. You know, I can't get on fire like anybody, but I like to have fun, and that is I appreciate you blowing the smoke my way. Yeah, that algorithm. You know, and you really got to get serious too, and I'm not gonna. Life is much. I got way too many cool things going on in life to like try to become a YouTuber. You know what I mean? But anyways, hey, you know that's why I'm saying, Folk Raven, I'm just gonna put my videos in some different spots and maybe some different people will check it out. But of course, probably what will happen was I'll get a bunch of no views in different spots. You know, still equal to 0. Oh yeah, you're too kind. You know, kindness. I read someone. What do you think about this, Folk Raven Bear? So someone tweeted earlier. I was going to tweet back, but then I was like, you know, I'm not going to start any type of Twitter beef. But they said, kindness is not a weakness. And I was like, what are you talking about? Kindness is a weakness like in prison. You don't want to be kind in prison. That's the last place you want to be kind. There's probably tons of places you don't want to be kind, you know? Like when you're in the midst of a war zone and like the German soldiers are upon you, you're fighting them off, you ran out of bullets, you're going to hand-to-hand combat with a bayonet. That's the last time you want to be kind. No, I'm thinking Saving Private Ryan. Remember that one dude? How the German was pushing his knife and he's like, stop, please. And you got the knife right through the chest, bro. Anyways, kindness is not always. I think like in the Gandhi sense, you know, kindness is great. It is good to be kind, but it's not always a strength. It can be a weakness, for sure, bro. Know the chessboard, bro. Know the chessboard. #chess. I just make whatever video I feel like at the time, but it's like YouTube doesn't want people doing that anymore. Yeah, bro. No, that's the truth. I just watched this one, a woodworker fellow. I forget what his name is, but he's quite good. And he just put out a video, I think, today, or it was yesterday. I don't know. All the days blend together for me. And he was saying how he was like, "Why don't I put more videos out?" And he's kind of moved on in his YouTube career. And he also mentioned the YouTube creator curve. It's actually a curve. It goes like, you know, you start gaining viewership. Well, I mean, we don't, but other people do. And the viewership goes up and up, and then down, and then down. You know, that's because eventually all viewers are very fickle people. That's the problem too, Folk Raven Bear. And they lose interest. And even with this dude, and then competition as well, because even as saturated as YouTube is, I think every day there's probably more and more people uploading videos still trying to become a creator. It's almost become like the myth, like becoming a professional athlete. It's like less than 1% of athletes become professional athletes. You know, think about it. In some sports, it's just a few hundred folks. You're not going to become a professional athlete. Dude, what up? I never saw Private Ryan. Oh, it's actually, I haven't seen it for, dang, a long time. I saw Band of Brothers, too, which is pretty good. I watched that back in 2004 or so. I was in Great Lakes, Illinois, right by Wisconsin, man. That's a cool time. 2005 or so. Somewhere right around there. Late 2005. I remember vegging out like one weekend and watching a bunch of them. That was kind of when... I remember that was at a time, Folk Raven Bear, correct me if I was wrong, but like 2005-ish, like a lot of DVD sets were started coming out, like DVD series, you know, like the all three Halloweens, or you know, like TV shows but I remember getting that set of Band of Brothers, and I think that was directed by Tom Hanks, which is a good one. Check it out. They made us watch Band of Brothers and the Marines. What? I thought they were in the Army. Yeah. Anyways. Right after we got to Okinawa. Oh, jeez. Anyways. Yeah, woodworking, dude. Well, okay, is brought to you by Odin's Beard Woodworking. Yes, check them out. Odin's Beard. Yeah, he talked about sponsorships and, anyways, yeah, YouTube, it is what it is, man. I also watched this other video, and it kind of articulated what I've been thinking perfectly, which is YouTube, all of the internet has become this corporatized. The whole internet now is designed to milk you for every dollar, every cent. It's not to inform you, it's to manipulate your mind, man. And it doesn't even give you, it's like so hard to find like good information these days. I don't know if I'm just bad at it now, but it seems like anything I used to read is now locked behind a paywall. Now National Geographic, I can't even get on their website because you only get 3 per month, and I think they just started that. You know, it makes it difficult to even read on the internet. And then every time you search something on the internet, usually the shopping results come up. It's not the way it once was, my friends. No. Maybe I could tell you a tale or two. Yeah. So how you doing, folk? Rambo? Are you doing all right? I'm making sure I'm keeping up with you on the old Twitter stream there, bro. Thanks for sticking in there. It seems like you've been pretty active lately. You know, I was thinking about that adult actress following you. You know, she's probably just follows all kinds of folks, though, to be honest. And then she's just looking for more business. And that's what she's doing, dude. Come on, man. She's emotionalist, man. Taking all those hogs for money. She's a hog wrangler, man. How I yearn for the Star Trek society where humans abolish money. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I've always kind of tried to understand Star Trek economics. It is kind of interesting, because how are you going to be a janitor, you know what I mean? They still need janitors, I assume. But, you know. Yeah, gosh. It is the way it is. I told you about my website a long time ago, how I had like 5,000 views, man. I remember, dude, this was back in the day, like 2000, man. In 2000, I had a website, and I remember people from all over the world would. I remember guest books. I probably mentioned this, man, but I had a guest book, and like you could only 20 people could sign it at a time, and then I had to like archive like the 20 signatures, and then 20 more people would sign it, and I had like 10, 11 archives of signatures, man. I had a bunch of signatures. People from all over the world were signing it, man. It was crazy. It was pretty cool. And that was back in the internet days, man. Folk Raven Bear, Cobra Commander, man. I hope you noticed I still got it up, bro, for you. You're the Cobra Commander, man. I thought it's kind of funny if you actually read it. It talks about taking over the world, man. I was like, dude, that's perfect. Because Folk Raven Bear is trying to take over the world. Aren't we all? Believe what I believe. Think what I want. Love me. I just lost my chat window. Here we go. Excuse me. I mean, I'm basically a glorified janitor, and it's a great job. No thought whatsoever. It's a nice break from the stress that is everything else I deal with. Once more, you should watch that movie, Jacob's Ladder, because the guy's a genius, but he takes the job as a like a postal clerk or something like that. Holy Shnikes, internet guest books. Yeah, remember those internet guest books? Those were cool back in the day. I mean, the internet's changed so much now, man. Back in the day, it was like a frontier. Man, I remember the chat rooms. It was much different. Now it's just like about manipulation. Like even Facebook. I never had Facebook, but I'm aware of it. Like now it's like kind of like a stream where you're scrolling through news and promoted advertisements, as opposed to it once was like a site where you could like personalize some things. I remember MySpace was you can personalize your whole MySpace page with HTML, you know. And I think YouTube a long time ago you could personalize your YouTube homepage, but now you can't, my friends. It's been taken from us, stolen. Oh, my friends, it's cold, dark nights. It's upon us. Rise like lions after slumber, in unvanquishable number. Cast ye chains to the earth like dew, which in sleep had fallen on you. We are many, they are few. The final frontier. You know what I was thinking? I think the internet says people are just gonna get tired of the internet, man, because it's gonna become just such bullshit, dude. Like, who wants to tune into like? Okay, think about this, Folk Raymer. Who wants to watch TV commercials? That's kind of what the internet's becoming, man. It's like a giant TV commercial, man. Pretty soon, people are just gonna go and tune out. Looking up at the sky and then the sun's gonna become cool again. I'm telling you, man. Because this internet shit is over, dude. Man, fickle friends. Internet, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the folk and the Bob. Captain. There are too many streaming services. To Disney Plus just launched. Yeah, and you know they don't even have everything online anyways. And you know that it's not like they're gonna put all their content on there. They probably won't have the content that you want. I don't know. And to be honest, I already have all their movies on VHS that I got $5 for $1 at a thrift Goodwill. You know what I mean? And by the way, Folk Ravenbeard, let's turn our attention to the VHS. Excuse me. Dude, I hooked up my room. I sent you a picture, man. Yeah, I kind of like hooked up my spare bedroom because I've been sleeping in there. I just sleep better in my own bed, man. And I have my grandmother's old stereo receiver. I put the stereo speakers up on the wall. Boom, boom, dude. Hooked the VHS, the DVD, the Nintendo Entertainment System up to an older Triniton TV. And let me tell you, my friend, it's awesome. It's awesome. And I got that Nickelodeon brand alarm clock the other day, which is even awesomer. Oh, we should call our band Folkstone. That sounds actually pretty cool. That sounds like something that someone already thought about, though, because that's too cool. That's too cool of a name. I guarantee it's been thought about. What do you do right there? I found my old Soviet cartoon VHS tapes. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I have a bunch of those banned Disney videos, you know, where like they're all racist. I sleep on the couch that I stream from. Yeah, dude. Oh, don't get me started on that, man. You know, oh yeah, man. I bet it would suck to own an RV where you live from, huh? Because you're talking about salt damage. Yeah, what if you got salt damage on your RV, man? That would suck. And I bet that happens all the dang time. Unless you do that, can't you do like a coating on the bottom of it or something? Or is that a scam? Was that like a big scam or something? I don't know. I sleep on the couch. Sleeping with the guy on the couch. I hope you move from your couch, bro. You get bed sores. Anyways, yeah, man. So I've been doing that, dude. I went and cut wood this weekend, bro. I just got sick of sleeping on the floor, so I sleep on the couch now, dude. Why don't you go get a bed? That's what I gotta say. Or get like a good inflatable mattress. They're super cheap at Walmart, bro. Salt is easy to counter if you can wash it. Oh, Folk Ravenbear. Dude, you're like a man. Your life's like a sad comedy, man. Sad comedy, man. Oh, I'm looking at pictures of Jerry Maguire. I was going to try to make a thumbnail of Jerry Maguire saying, who's coming with me? Who's coming with me away from YouTube? I don't know. Yeah, YouTube. It seems like another thing about YouTube is you have to put a mask on. You can't say certain words. You can't talk about certain things. And that's just not me. Anyways, you know. Enough about that. Enough about Bob whining like a woman on a period. Dude, one up woman. What happened to her? Miss her. She just keep this place live. I've gone through 4 inflatables this year. Cheap and expensive ones. Can't afford a bed and there's no room. Man, I need to save that comment. You've gone through 4 inflatables? Bro, you're talking about inflatable dolls or beds, bro? Because those dolls, man, if you pound on those, you know, they have weight limits, man. You can only be like a 160-pound man if you read. Like those, you have to really pay the premium dollars to get the premium dolls that have the above 160-pound weight limits. Because you're probably too big, bro. Like on top of those dolls, just, you know, doing your thing, making love, dude. Making love to those dolls. To those rubber dolls, man. You pop them. You're too enthusiastic, man. Probably too. You know, those dolls are probably only set up for like a certain amount of enthusiasm. And you, knowing you're probably too enthusiastic, my friend. Especially being all lonely. Dude, have you been hearing about that PS5? It sounds like it's going to be like space age shit, dude. Kind of excited. Pornhub here. I come. Clearly I am an adult film following. Yeah, dude, that's the first place I'm going to start putting my videos. Do you think they would take my videos down because they're not porn related? Or do you think if I show like a nipple in each video, that's enough to be considered porn related? I don't know. We'll find out. Inflatable mattress, you know. I'm a fleshlight guy. Alright, it's an inflatable mattress. Dude, that's alright. Every guy's had an inflatable doll at one time. And every guy's gotten heartbroken that night when they themselves became too enthusiastic. And Pop said, doll, we told her we love her forever and we take care of her. And then with a prick, she was no more. When did she say she was going to reduce her social media usage? She should have said goodbye. That's all I wrote. Nah, I'm cool, dude. Yeah, no, I talked about it, man. Every bird must fly. Every bird must fly. Dude, I have never had an inflatable doll. I think that's just a Bob thing. Yeah. Dude, yeah, I'll look up the model of the one I had and I'll send it to you, dude, on Twitter. Because I had a good one, dude. I got one with an extra tight vagina. It was nice, dude. Oh, extra shallow. Oh, like a virgin for the very first time. I like that movie. What is that? Reservoir Dogs. When they start the movie with the dialogue in the diner, and he's talking about like a virgin for the very first time. He's talking about how he's like, you know what that movie's about, man? It's about a chick who's had all kinds of dicks, and she wants to experience it like for the first time again, man. And so then she meets this big dick motherfucker that just rails her, man, and just stretches her, makes her feel like a virgin again, man. Thus the name, Like a Virgin, the very first time. Dude, I never had a flip. Yeah, laugh a lot. I'm good, but I appreciate that. No, man, I'm serious. I'll send you the doll number. You'll think it's funny too, because if I remember right, it starts with a T. It's like the T2000 or something like that, dude. And I thought it was like a joke, but no, it's the truth, dude. And oh yes, oh baby, is it shallow? Boy, is it shallow and tight. See, this one you can put in you fold it up and you put it in your oven so it warms up, and so then you take it out, of course, before it gets too hot. And then when you make love to it, dude, it's nice and warm, dude. It's all, oh yeah. And the type of rubber it's made out of, a cool thing about it, it doesn't make any squeaky noises. And so it doesn't break the immersion, bro. It doesn't break the immersion. Just telling you. Just telling you, man. I'll send you that number, though. I know you're just playing. You're playing macho. You're strutting with that bravado on the internet, man. But we know. I know you, bro. Let's go. I'll send it to you. Anyways, you distracted me. What was I talking about, man? YouTube's going down the drain. Dude, the only people that are going to start watching YouTube are just young, mindless robots, dude. That's pretty much... People are going to start tuning out, dude. I hope. Anyways. You know, when I started watching YouTube, I really liked a lot of the videos on here because they're about retro games, man. Now it seems like all the people that I like that used to talk about retro games, most of them don't talk about retro games no more. They talk about like topical game news and like Nintendo Switch stuff. It's a sign of the times, bruh. When do you think the aliens are coming, or do you think the aliens are already here? I think the aliens have been observing us for a long time, and they may or may not have made contact. And they may or may not. They may make contact with certain people. I'm just saying. Yeah, dude, that's why I like having my own bed, and I like to sleep. I just sleep better, dude. I'm getting older in life, man. Why do you think old people have two beds sometimes, dude? Sometimes it's nice to be able to sleep by yourself and not have someone's leg on you, or yeah, you set the bed up just like you want, man. It's heaven. Sleep is so important. If I wake up without enough sleep, I get grouchy. You don't want to see grouchy, Bob. I'm telling you. Yeah, I think the aliens don't give a shit because we suck. They may give a shit. They may have heard that we have superior blow-up doll technology with rubber that does not squeak, that does not break the love-making immersion, my friend. Make sure to hit that greasy thumbs up. Yeah, folk, remember, hit that thumbs up for God's sakes, if you haven't already. Did I tell you that one of my thumbs up was stolen last time, bro? Dude, John Kratz sent me a picture after my last live stream. It was like he took a screenshot with his phone, and it was him. It was me on my live stream, and he was watching it or whatever. And there was the blue thumbs up, meaning that he gave it a thumbs up, and it said 2. But the funny thing is, I only got 1 thumbs up for the live stream, bro. I think YouTube took my thumbs up away, and I've been telling people. I don't think anybody's been listening to me, but I swear people like will tell me that they subscribe to me, and my number never goes up. And I always thought it was maybe it's like a common troll thing, like someone tells you they subscribe and don't. But I think this YouTube just does not allow people to subscribe to my channel sometimes, man. That's what I'm thinking. Because this happened multiple times, dude. I like to cuddle, but not an option. Like I don't want a relationship, or I just want a sleepy time spoon partner. You mean like a full-time night woman? I never found a woman that I could find Well, anyways, that's how Jeremiah Johnson. He's like, hey, Grizz, you ever want a woman? He's like, what? Like a full-time night woman? Remember G Shorts or whatever happened to that guy? Dude, my fickle friends, bro. You know, also, YouTube might not even suggest my video to him. You know what I mean? Or maybe they unsubscribed him, or I don't know. Or what probably happened was the guy just never came back by. But it could be a combination of both, dude. It could be a combination of both. Because I know if you don't watch someone's video, like YouTube will often just not show you the videos from that person ever again, even if you are subscribed. So, yeah, dude, Beck is way over in Oregon land, dude. Yeah, she actually doesn't like beards either. She hates them. So, strike against you, bro. Strike against you. She just like red, and you do wear a red monk suit, wizard robe. So that you have that working in your favor. Word. Dude, 10:58, man. I almost didn't even live stream tonight, man. But I was like, I might as well get on there. Talk to the old folk Raven Bear. Oh, it ain't fair. Life ain't fair. But whoever said life was. You know what, folk Raven Bear too is I think you know, of course I never do anything I say I'm gonna do, but you know, if you could just like write topics, like come up with topics. Like, let's say I could come up with topics. Then if I could just talk about one topic for like 10 minutes, I could clip that and then just upload that, man. I'm just thinking. Could I do it? Possibly. Will I do it? I'm more likely to do the Pornhub thing, to be honest. I'm more interested in doing that, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Have you heard this joke, folk? I thought about this on my way home, and I don't know how I remembered. I think because I said one of the words, but it starts off like this dude. He has like a wooden eye, man. He's always had a hard time meeting women, and but one day, you know, they always break up with him. They just can't get past his wooden eye. You know, it's just I mean, who wants to be with somebody with a wooden eye? But one day he meets a woman, but this woman's mouth, instead of going like horizontally across her face like a normal person's mouth, her mouth went vertically. And yeah, but only a man with a wooden eye could see past that. And they went out for a long time. And eventually, he knew she was the one. And he asked her to marry her. And she says, wooden eye? And he gets pissed off. And he says, pussy face. You know, because she had a vertical mouth anyways. He thought she said wouldn't I, but she said wouldn't I. It's a joke. Anyways, we move on in this world spinning 360 degrees. The axial tilt. Bro, getting tired here. What's on your mind, man? Send me a topic. Oh, I lost the chat again. Here we go. Yeah, it's actually, I think it's from that dude. He's a black comic dude, and he's a nasty dude. He like he has that one where he's like. Oh yeah. Like this farmer, man, like his wife catches him having sex with a cow. And she says, "Oh, you're disgusting. That's so disgusting. I am going to go tell like everybody. I'm going to go to church tomorrow. I'm going to start by telling everybody there. Then I'm going to go tell everybody else in town. And he was like, well, I wouldn't do that. Because if you do, I'll tell them who got the better pussy. Meaning the cow's pussy was better than his wife's. Dude, who was funnier, Donald or Daffy? Ooh, that's a tough one. Daffy's more funny. Like, he has like I think he has more like jokes, you know, like. Why is Donald Duck funny? It's his anger which is funny. I mean, it's not him really being funny. He is funny because of his anger, but Daffy Duck is just kind of a loony, funny person. You know, he's a quirky, whimsical character. Donald Duck, I mean, is whimsical, but he's more angry. So I would say Daffy Duck is funnier. That doesn't mean I like Daffy more than Donald. I would think yeah, I mean, well, I've just watched a lot more Donald Duck than Daffy, so I have that nostalgic factor. Yeah, I like Donald, dude. I mean, I watch tons of Daffy, but Donald's just ubiquitous, you know? So, Daffy's funnier. Donald's angrier. Donald's better, but that's not to say Daffy isn't great. That's what I gotta say about that. Yeah, I remember that one. See, I got one of those videos I was telling you about from the Disney, the Warner Brother vaults or whatever. That yeah, Daffy Duck like knocks out Adolf Hitler, flies in and goes like bang, and like Adolf Hitler's starts crying like wah. It's pretty funny. Yeah, he's more an action adventure character, and they throw some humor into it. But Daffy is more flat out. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you articulated better than what I was saying. But yeah, Donald Duck doesn't really. I mean, he'll do like mean pranks. He's just funny to watch because he gets so dang pissed off, you know. As Daffy, he's clowning, dude. Donald has PTSD from his Navy days. He's relatable. Yeah, dude. You know the Navy, dude. Sometimes I wish I was. I could just go into the Navy for like a week or two, man. It was a lot of good times. Oh baby, we're at 42 minutes on the live stream. Daffy's also badass in Skyrim, dude. Yeah, man. You got a cool little Skyrim character. I give you that. I started watching your live stream that you did yesterday. I got like 10 minutes in, but I started doing something else and I came back to it. You see, dude, if I remember right, I think your sound was a little off yesterday, bro. Make sure your sound's on point. Yeah, dude. So it's 11:05. What the else is going on in the world? Nothing I can think of. Nothing. I just watched that movie Night Shift with the Fonz. It's directed by Ron Howard. It's about the Fonz, Henry Winkler. He lives in New York and he's like a wiener. He gets walked all over, and he works in a morgue. I guess his job is to basically like manage the morgue. He'll like drive, get the bodies, collect the bodies, bring them back, whatnot. And he gets transferred to the night shift. And on the night shift, guess who he meets? Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton is his partner. And so Henry Winkler and Michael Keaton team up, and eventually they become pimps. And they're pimping like Shelley Long. And Henry Winkler is a wiener and like falls in love with Shelley Long. Oh man, it could have been a little funnier, but it definitely had its moments. Henry Winkler, it's pretty funny because every time in his apartment building, when he comes out his door, he has like about 30 seconds, and then a dog will, like this vicious dog will come running down the hallway trying to attack him, and he has to like run back in. So it's pretty funny. So anyways, that movie's called Night Shift. I got that movie for 20 cents from Goodwill, and it was worth every penny. I enjoyed it very much. The sound was off, and I explained why in the first few... yeah, that's probably why I couldn't hear it. Yeah, it makes it tougher to watch it, dude, with the sound. Yeah. You know, if you watch those YouTube tips, like that's like one of the ones is sound's pretty important. Sound. For sure. Because a lot of people don't even watch you. You know what I mean? A lot of people are just listening to you or just kind of passively watching you. So, I'm buried in musical test T, but lately I've been listening to a lot of rockabilly. What have you been listening to? I kind of mentioned to you, I tweeted, I've been trying to tweet you more, kind of keep you apprised of my doings. I've been listening to Frank Sinatra, man. I've been getting into a few of his songs. He actually has like some real good lyrics. Real good lyrics. And also Ralph Stanley is like one of my favorite artists ever. And he gives me like spiritual strength when I listen to Ralph Stanley, man. Yes. So yeah, a lot of Ralph Stanley especially. And other than that, yeah, not too much other music, just kind of those two. And I also kind of have like an 80s mix that I listen to often, like Talking Heads is on there. Also sat down and re-listened to Bat Out of the Hell 2, and man, his album like has described my life. Oh, Bat Out of Hell 2? I'm not familiar with that one. I'll have to write it down. Check it out, bro. Oh, get a piece of scratch paper and a pencil. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Sweet, man. Yeah, like I said too, I've been playing Nuka World on Fallout 76. Well, actually, I didn't mention I'm playing Nuka World, but I have that expansion for it. I've been playing in the Nuka World portion of Fallout 4. Did I say 76? I meant Fallout 4. But yeah, that's been a lot of fun. Fallout is I definitely enjoyable. I love Skyrim, and I like Fallout as well. Fallout's pretty cool. I get tired of it every once in a while, and that's why I'll step away for a few months. But I always come back, and just haven't really done much of the main quest line. I've always just kind of explored, done everything else. So I'm in the Nuka world, and I mentioned to you earlier, I actually got pretty far in the Nuka world, and I was fighting this one dude. I found this awesome I do it on max difficulty too. I play the game on max difficulty, and I had this awesome gun. It was like a revolver, but it was like exploding bullets, dude. It was awesome, man. And then but there was some glitch, and I had to like go back in time, and I lost the revolver, man. It pissed me off. Anyways, so Folk Raven Bear, my microphone battery died, and I have extras, but as is the way in my house, nothing is ever where I leave it, and so I couldn't use them. I'm like, bro, why don't you just put everything in your bedroom and put a lock on the door? You know, you can always switch the locks back when you leave. You know, and also you can go get a real cheap video camera, bro, and then you can put that in your room. And then you can set it on motion or whatever, and it'll just record whatever, and it'll send it right to your phone, dude. And a lot of those cameras actually have speakers, dude, so you can like be like, hey, what are you doing? Get out of here, you know. There's a couple little options. Help you keep tabs on your shit. You should definitely be locking your shit, or like get some type of cabinet that you can lock, you know, and just keep your shit in a cabinet or something, you know. I'm just saying. That sucks, bro. Now that I have my GameCube set up, I'm gonna try to go through my GameCube games. Gotta finish PK, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, GameCube games actually. There's actually some good ones on there. I'm not really too familiar with the GameCube. Like I think I tweeted to you. I told you I just have Time Splitters 2. Yeah. Yeah, because I mentioned to you back when my eBay days, I was selling lots of Nintendo stuff, and yeah, I had some GameCubes, but I sold all of them. I have one out in storage that I never sold. The thing about GameCubes is the controllers are always kind of messed up. So if you can find a controller secondhand for cheap, I'd pick it up, because a GameCube controller OEM lists for around $20+ I think. So just keep that in mind. If you ever find one at like Goodwill or something hanging up, pick it up if it works. So yeah, or you can always go trade it in, I guess. I've traded in stuff that doesn't work to GameStop. They gladly take it. So we need to get together and stream Time Splitters too. Yeah, dude, I wouldn't know how to even go about doing that. You'd have to emulate it, bro. We would never ever do that, man. All my suggestions in the past, if we should do anything, we should just play chess. You can easily download chess.com, the app, and I can play you in chess, dude. Smash you, dude. Smash you. We're approaching 51 minutes. I think I'll chat for an hour tonight, and then call it a night. That's all YouTube gets out of me. It's always good talking to you, though, Folk Raven Mirror. It's always great. You know, in the future, we'll be able to just beam ourselves. Have you ever thought about the beaming process in Star Trek? Have you ever been asked that question? It's actually a famous question, a philosophical question, because the process of beaming, I don't think it's not your same, you know, because it's not your same matter. They're not beaming your matter. They're just beaming a signal. Yeah, it's like they beam your matter somehow, but in the end, is it really you that's being transported to the other side, or is it just a clone of you? Is this a copy of you? I think that's the idea. Anyways, something to think about. And then yeah, gotta do a meetup and then like an all-night live stream, dude. I know, man. You know, I think, dude, for real, what we need to do is just do that. Whatever that video program that everybody has, Skype. We can easily Skype each other and then just record like something on that, man. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a long conversation. There's something kind of get familiar with it, you know, and then from there we can grow from there, you know. It doesn't have to be nothing crazy, dude. But I think with anything, though, you gotta start doing it to do it. You know what I mean? You gotta do it. You gotta get your little wiener wet eventually. But I'm down for it. I'm down like a dog pound. Down like Jerry Maguire. Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? Dude, Cobra Commander. That's what I'm gonna do. No, that's not what I'm doing. Actually, I'm getting kind of tired. It's been a long week. Dude, yeah, I raked a bunch of leaves today, man. You know, actually, for Oregon's famous, well, at least Western Oregon, west of the Cascades, is famous for getting a lot of rain. And actually, this November, we haven't got any rain. It's been crazy, dude. I've been enjoying it, though. It's like California over here. I'm loving it. But I've been raking up leaves. It's actually gave me a lot of time to clean everything up before it starts getting all rainy and gushy, dude. Gross out there, dude. Life is good, though, bro. Yeah, thanks for talking with me, Folk Raven Mare. Through the tough times, man. You know, you helped get me through it. You know, I was thinking, man, like, yeah, this internet shit's bullshit, dude. Like, It's important to have people in our physical lives, bro. It's also tough to meet physical friends these days too. Bob the Barbarian. I like that, dude. I started watching Rocky 5, man, last night on my VHS, and it's so funny because right when Apollo Creed is about to fight Drago and die, and the guy's like reading his name, he's like, and the thriller from Manila, or whatever his names are, and he's like has like 30 different names, and Rocky's like, don't you have enough names? And you can tell the guy's gonna die, dude. And the Russian beats him to death. Isn't that crazy, man? Rocky 5, man. It's a good one. Dude, meet up, just go camping, dude. My life is camping. Dude, I'm out here in Oregon all the time, bro. You're welcome to, like, come camp out anytime, man. I hike mountains during the summertime. You're welcome to join the adventures, bro. Yes. To play Ultima Exodus again. About name my barbarian after. Hey, Bob, dude, I would be honored if you name your barbarian after me, bro. And Ultima Exodus. I think that Pro Jared plays that game, man. That was Rocky 4. Yeah, whatever it is, dude. I get confused. I went to public school. They never taught Roman numerals. No, I'm just joking. I get confused, though. Oh, yeah. I'm enjoying it, though, man. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And me and my wife just watched The Last Boy Scout on VHS a few nights ago. That was pretty good. That's crazy. Like Ricky Cole or whoever his name was, like, right at the first scene of The Last Boy Scout, which is very memorable. I actually remember it from, that's the only part of the movie I remember from being a kid. I watched that movie when I was a kid. But this football player, like, these gamblers would, like, call him up during halftime, and they're like, hey, Cole, you gotta do whatever you gotta do to score, or else. And, like, he takes some type of drug, I don't know, but he gets all jacked, and he goes out to the field and starts running. And he runs to like two dudes, and he got one scrawny white dude like right at the front of the end zone. And instead of just running through the white guy, and even if he gets stopped, but anyways, he pulls out a gun and shoots him. It's crazy, man. I'm gonna start taking my niece out for some bushcraft camping. Got to pass my knowledge on to someone. Yeah, I think that's definitely cool for sure, man. I love taking people out into the wilds. Definitely cool, bro. Definitely cool. Yeah, me, man. Yeah. I got my tendonitis in my knees kind of still flared up a little bit. My running has drastically been... I really have been on a run, dude. So I still got to take some more time off. That's kind of bumming me out. But that's life, man. It's actually good. Like when shit like that happens, when you can't do something you want, it just reminds me, man. Like what's important. And it also reminds me of like our identity and how fluid we as people we are. Because who am I? Who am I? If I think about who am I, different periods of my life, I've always been someone different, I've been changing. That's the nature. So when you get injured, that just reminds you, like you're always changing. I can do, my knees are so bad. I can't run on the roads. I can do treadmills. It's better than nothing. Yeah, bro. Also, I don't know what's going on in your knees, but, it's probably other things too, bro. I've actually been reading a book about, I've went back to the fundamentals, and I'm working on the fundamentals, like my cadence. I'm trying to get my cadence up to around 180 foot strikes per minute, because the more foot strikes you have per minute. That means the less time you spend in the air, that's less impact. So that's less impact on your knees, and also that usually translates to better form. So you can do like little things like that. Your form is very important, Folk Raven Bear. So you can start there. I can tell you about that book, man. If you could start running, Folk Raven Bear, if you could start a diet, bro, get on a good diet, lose some weight, get good running form, and then also the thing about running is you don't want to run too much, man. You want to your muscular skeletal structure, man. Like if you don't exercise too much, like run, it's not used to it. You got to work at it like real slow, man, over time before you start really running much at all, dude, or else you get hurt. And people do that all the time. My problem is I actually have an injury in my knee, dude. And I've been diagnosed with like patellar tendonitis, and yeah, man, it's just I'm lucky to be able to do this, man. I was like not able to move for like a year, dude, and it's been like a slow comeback. And I'll come back still, man, but I just have to like let that tendonitis cool off, man. You can't push through tendonitis, man. So it is what it is, man. It's all right, bro. That's just the way life is. I love every drop, man. But hiking with Thor even every morning is good exercise, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not downplaying hiking or anything, man. I'm just saying like running's awesome, man. I just try to advocate running, bro. Yeah, running's great, man. Running is empowering. Like when I'm healthy and like running, it's just I feel powerful, man. Like I know I can go run miles and miles. I can run to the next town over. No one can keep me fenced in. That's a really good song, Folk Raven Bear. Don't fence me in. Don't fence me in, bro. But that's all that happens these days. You know what I fear, Folk Raven Bear? In our near future, going to the woods, you will never be alone anymore. There's going to be drones watching you, bro. There's always going to be drones monitoring the forests. Because there's going to be drones like doing scientific work. That's the thing about science, and if you can quantify things, you can exploit things, right? I think Isaac Newton said, if you can't measure something, you got to measure it. You know what I mean? Measure shit. So anyways, they're going to have drones out there constantly taking measurements of everything, constantly just observing things. And they're also going to have drones, and those drones are going to observe human activity as well. So they'll always know what you're doing, bro. In the forest. No getting away. I've got tendonitis in my elbow from lifting. I really have to watch my form and arm and chest days. Yeah, bro. Yeah, for sure. Yep, poor form can lead to it. And also, weightlifting can be unhealthy because people often put an emphasis on lifting too much weight when you don't have to lift too much weight, Like these days, like everybody wants to be like this big, bulky dude, man. Like, I think people got the idea of health a little wrong. Yeah. Weighing 220 pounds is not healthy. It's not. Your heart, 220 pounds of fat or muscle, it doesn't matter to your heart. Your heart still has to pump the blood through that weight. It's good to be lean, have endurance, and have strength. Pretty sure the government is already watching me in these forests. Yeah. Oh, that was a funny picture you sent me, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, no, I listened to a radio lab, and this was years ago, dude. And pretty much the government already has technology where they can watch you, they can track you, like move through a town. They can track you, dude, like in your movement. Like, and it only doesn't work when it's cloudy. So that's the only time it doesn't work. And I guess for like civilian use, like they just can't like go as zoomed in, or they're not supposed to or something, dude. but they say they've had that technology for quite a while. It's I think they have like the Hubble telescope, but it's like pointing back at us, dude. They have like spy telescopes. But would they utilize that to look at folk everywhere? No. No. But pretty soon, like how technology becomes so cheap, and then the infrastructure to make the technology becomes so important in our economics. Like it just has to keep churning out shit. And so that's what I'm saying. Drones eventually are going to become so small, they're just going to be everywhere, dude. Flying in the forest, flying everywhere, dude. Keeping track of shit. They'll be monitoring everything. Board footage, growth, everything, man. Every number, because the scientists are going to use those numbers to exploit the forests to 100% of their maximum efficiency, man. That's what's going to happen. You know, they're already working on privatizing the forest, national forests. Like, all that shit's going to be privatized one day anyways, bro. One day soon. I'm telling you. I remember watching Arnold talking about modern bodybuilding, and he said that he hates how everyone just focuses on bulking nowadays, and that he thinks it looks awful, but also how it is, dude. Yeah, and also I guess people like don't man, I forget his name, dude. But this is this huge black dude, man, huge. And he actually lost a lot of his muscle. He's still like cut up and stuff, but he said people aren't really into that no more. Like, you know, that bigness from the 90s and the early 2000s. Like, you know, people are into like being a little smaller, but people still are into like being big, dude. And that's not, you know, I could take one of those big dudes out and like run circles around him. You know, his heart, he'd be all huffing and puffing. Only thing that big guy would be good at is bashing my brains in. You know what I mean? But if I could outlast him for just like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, he's gonna be breathing hard. Then I'll be dancing circles around him. Oh, but then if he gets a hold of me. Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, people. You know, the thing about cardio and running is it's hard, and people don't like to do it. Just like squats, dude, and legs. Like, people don't like to do it. So. Yeah, running's tough, man. But once you get in shape, man, you just want to do it all the time. It feels so good. Cause once you do it, like you just feel good for like that day, and you're probably gonna feel pretty good the next day too. Anyways, man. Hey, Folk Red Mare, it's been an hour and 8 minutes, bro. I'm gonna let you get going. Until the next time. Hashtag Hammerstream. Hashtag Crash the Algorithm. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to chat with such a dude as myself. I don't deserve such a good buddy as you, Folk Raven Bear. The world is a better place for having you. Take care. Yeah, and please, Folk Raven Bear, keep messaging me on Twitter and keep letting me know how you're doing, man. Keep doing your folk thing, man. Much love, dude. Much love. Till next time, everybody. Bob Hammerstone out. Now I gotta find the button. Here we go. Take care, Folk Raven Bear. Love you, bro.